Welcome to Crosstalk. Many times when we examine societies and how developed or underdeveloped they are, it is inevitable to look at the kind of leadership that is offered in those societies. So today we are talking about youth and leadership, and we'd like to examine the question, are the youth relevant in the leadership of this country? And so to discuss this topic, I have a panel of two guests. To my left is Mr. George Arango. He is a communication manager at the International Transformation Foundation, Kenya. And to my right is Gowi Odera, who is from the Change Associate Trust. Let me begin with you, Gowi. Are the youth in this society really leaders, or are they simply tools in the hands of older people as far as leadership is concerned?
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me on this show. It's an honor and a privilege. Asante sana. Let me give you a brief history lesson. In 1963, when we were getting our independence, the majority of the people who were governing this country and are leading this country were in that bracket of youth. People who are in their mid to latter 20s and early 30s. People who are young. Tom Mboya, the Honorable Mishuki, Mwai Kibaki. These people were in their 30s, they were in their 20s. And so it shouldn't be a surprise to any of us that say, are youth part of the leadership? Yes, youth have always been a part of this leadership. Again, during the time of the repression of the Moi government, a lot of the people who were coming out strong against the government, both outside and inside the church, were, once again, young people. Around that time, there was a young Reverend Timothy Njoya, a young Mutava Musimi. These people were youth in their 20s and 30s. In the 90s, okay, when the constitution came, I was part of them and continue to be a part of them. Right now, we do have another group of vibrant young people who are ready. I kid you not. I am excited to see what this next couple of years have with young people as they take positions of leadership. Okay, thanks for that answer, Gowi. I'm coming to you, George. And the question still remains, are they involved in leadership? But are they really leaders, or are they tools in the hands of older people? George, what's your take?
What I could say is that youths are totally tools in the leadership. Because when you look at the history that it comes back, since independence, very many people came to a point that this is a time for the young people, the youth themselves, But these people are going older and older and older, By the time Kenya is becoming to be a more and more sophisticated country, the room for the youth is becoming more and more limited, So we end up finding out that the youth, the term the youth, not the physical appearance or the age factor of it, the term youth is becoming irrelevant, because when you say youth, is the age bracket itself, you find that these people continually struggle to make a change. They struggle to make a change to be leaders. With the tag of youth, they have this tag of youth. But to themselves, they are not changing. So we can say that these youth are the people to be leaders.
George has just used the word irrelevant. What's your take on that? Because you're talking about vibrancy and so on, as far as the youth are concerned, and he's talking about you being irrelevant.
I'm holding myself back. I'm saying youth are not irrelevant. I want to be able to open the space here. The assumption is that young people are not leading. Let me give you one. Okay? In business today, young people are taking over. Young people are coming up with business ideas. Now, of course, on the other hand, there are young people who are unemployed and all that, but it's not to say that young people are not doing amazing things. Right now, we have several businesses that young people are taking over, providing for their families, providing and bringing solutions within communities all over this country. And to say that young people are irrelevant, to me, I wince, because I want to be able to say that. Now, I don't consider myself youth anymore, but being a member of somebody who's been in the youth movement for several years. I want to say this is something that I think young people should continue to celebrate. Being young is a gift right now. There's vibrance and all that, and I'm beginning to see it. Now, when someone is saying that, I think possibly, and to his defense in many ways, I think he's looking at it at the political area, but I stand corrected here.
Which perhaps is the most prominent.
Which is the most prominent. Yet more results are coming out on other areas because young people are doing. I'm saying if young people are not leading, they're young people who are leading within their homes. The young people who have led against the fight for HIV and AIDS and are winning. The young people who have been fighting against oppression and repression within the things of women's liberation, and they're doing it. So it's happening. Right now, young people are working on reconciliation of this country after what we had seen in 2007, 2008. Young people are leading.
Okay, you're talking about captains of industry, and of course here there are many examples of homegrown industries and homegrown CEOs who have turned companies around and are really doing this country proud. But coming back to you, George, about 75% of the population of this country are youth below the age of 30. How well represented is that age bracket when you look at social positions of leadership, economic positions of leadership, and so on?
If I look at it on the social aspect of it, yeah, when you look at the research and the statistics that they come out, yeah, even in your own homegrown, yeah, you find that the youth, being the vast majority, economically they are not empowered. Yeah, economically they are not empowered. You find that youth, being the majority, socially, most of them are turning out to be deviant. Yeah, at a certain level. Yeah. Politically, if you look at the youth, being 75% of them, yeah, my friend talked about leadership.
Yes.
Yeah. But on which perception are we looking at this leadership? Which perception? Is it leadership at household level or leadership at national level? When you look at the level where it starts, that the family setup, do we really give the youth the room to become leaders? Do we give them the right tools to become leaders? Yeah? Or as the old people, the old generation, the parents and the society, are we trying to put the youths on a certain level that they are supposed to struggle or hustle? When you look at the youth themselves, they're finding it more and more difficult. Basically, they're finding more and more difficult. The ones who are making it through are few. But the ones who are still struggling to make it through are very, very many. This is because, talking points, let's see, do the youths have the right mind, yeah, to make a change? Or the youth have the mind to get transformed, yeah? Basically, we can't say we are going to change the youth. That's true, we can't change the youth.
We can't change the youth?
Because
the youth cannot be changed, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm saying, look at it, yeah?
Charles, I need to interject.
Wait a minute.
I need to interject here, and I say it's unfortunate that my colleague here has made those sentiments. And I'd say this in essence. There's a statement in my work with young people, and I tell this especially to people who are older than us. Young people are like aeroplanes. You only hear about them when they crash. But, okay, if you look at airplanes, how many take off and how many land? Millions all over the land. But we only hear about those that crash. You understand?
Yes.
And so I would want to surmise the premise that George is using here is talking about, and probably where he's working, he has seen young people who are struggling, and I do not want to take it away from him.
Okay.
And I want to be able to say, yes, I agree. Many young people are struggling to get and reach where they're at. But I want to be able to do, just on sociological terms here.
Yes.
Politics is just one place, and governance is just one place.
That's
but we have
sphere.
one sphere. We have economics and business. We have young people who are thriving over there.
Yes.
We also have young people who are struggling over there. Media and the arts. Okay? We find that in the church, we find that in many ways, young people are influencing outcomes are going on there.
Okay.
In education and academia, may I go on? There are many, many other spheres
Yes.
of society
Yes.
that young people are beginning and have continued to be at the vanguard of the change in leadership. Do they have the tools? No, but they learn. They are learning what it means to be leaders. They are making mistakes, but
Yes.
that's what it's all about. Leadership is about gaining and growing influence. And that's what I see, that there are young people, and as much as there are young people in these sectors who are challenged, there are also young people who are making a name. I am
Yes.
choosing to be optimistic about this country.